Do you have the habit of listing down every one of your business transactions? Are you wondering if you can do the bookkeeping even if you don't have an accounting background? Are you considering whether it's practical to hire a bookkeeper at this stage of your business? If so, you are in the right place because in this video entitled 5 Bookkeeping Tips for Small Business Owners, you'll learn how to do the basic bookkeeping yourself in the beginning, how to be organized with your money, and when to outsource your bookkeeping. Let me share with you the story of my mentee, Ruth. Ruth is a 30-year-old business owner of a mobile coffee shop. Her husband works in Malaysia and they have one daughter. Ruth has a helper who opens her coffee shop every morning for the many early bikers and joggers who frequent it. The place isn't very far from their house. She wants to make sure that her business is profitable and she also wants to keep her husband informed. Sometimes, though, Ruth would get annoyed by his persistent questions about her business. She keeps a notebook to track her sales and expenses. The problem was that because there were too many things that needed her attention, her mind would be all over the place. Oftentimes, she'd forget to record some of the transactions, and so she wouldn't be able to balance her records with the cash that she has in her cash register. Now, Ruth felt burdened by the different tasks that she had to do every day, not only in her business, but in taking care of their daughter as well. And so, whenever her husband questioned her about the business, she'd get upset and she'd feel that he doubts her ability to run their business. Now, Ruth knew where her husband's concerns were coming from. She's not a graduate of a business course. And because of this, she too has started to doubt her own abilities. She feared that she might not be recording things the right way. There are constantly a lot of what ifs swimming in her head. What if one day I lose all our savings without even knowing what happened, she thinks. What if my husband is right after all? Ruth just wanted to be more organized with their finances. She also wants to know what else she can do for her business to be more profitable. If only she could make this happen, she knew her husband would be very proud of her. But she feels stuck and she's unable to move forward. In her heart, she knew that she lacked business knowledge and skills. This was when Ruth decided to join my mentoring program. She was pleased to learn that having a formal background in accounting is not a must for her to do her bookkeeping. Yes, it's an advantage, but look around, search online. How many successful entrepreneurs are not business graduates? I even have a friend who was a certified public accountant, but she failed many times as a business owner. You see, our beliefs can make or break our business. Trust me, I've been there before. And guess what? I'm also not a graduate of any business course. Now, back to Ruth. She needed to gain confidence in managing her money effectively. I will finally have peace of mind from all the pestering from my husband whenever he calls, she said. So I said to her, well, you're right about keeping your husband informed, and that's why it's important to stay updated with your records. You need to provide him with the actual numbers. I'm sure your husband is also worried. After all, you both invested your hard-earned savings. So, to start her off with more familiarity about the basics of bookkeeping, I shared with her these 5 bookkeeping tips. Now, get your pen and paper ready because you can also apply them in your business. Tip number 1, always separate personal and business money. Mixing them up will give you headaches. It may even cause you to fail in your business. Treat your business separately from yourself. Look at it as your employer. Get a fixed monthly salary from your business to use for personal expenses. This way, the money coming from the activities of your business will be recorded well in your financial statements. And this is the first step of how you can grow your business more quickly. Tip number 2, organize and keep accounting records like receipts, invoices, etc. Categorize all your transaction documents like sales, bills, receipts, invoices, bank statements, etc. And store them in separate folders or envelopes so it will be easier for you to find them for recording. Tip number 3, record or write down all business transactions daily. Now, this may be a little hard or boring at first, but just keep doing it. Take note, you have to do it every day. The more you do it regularly, the more it becomes a habit, which will save you from unnecessary financial woes. Tip number 4, automate by using an app or a software. Thanks to technology, if you hate writing things down in your notebook, you can download a free app that fits your needs. Try Google Sheets. It does the trick and makes it even easier. You can track everything on your phone or computer. And in Ruth's case, her husband can check the records from time to time without even bothering her and stressing her out. Tip number 5, don't miss deadlines. You can use Google Calendar for this, so you will be reminded every time you have bills to pay, taxes to file, and so on. Now, here's a bonus tip. Outsource. At this point, you may not be ready to have someone do the bookkeeping for you, but if you're already doing the work of 10 people in your business, then it's time for you to consider outsourcing. You see, as an owner, it can get difficult to balance the workload of tracking your finances and growing your business. Be like Ruth, who was willing to learn to improve her mindset and skills as a business owner. This is Mommy N, your Mommy Negosyo, saying, be business minded, Pinoy!